Oh yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so we've got this wireless endoscope. Uh, this would be it here. This guy here. It's coming all the heck over here. So this is I bought this to do a close inspection in the Honda. We got a no compression issue on cylinder 6. So I bought this camera to peek down and see if I can maybe check for scoring or you know, that type of thing. We're doing a full review on this thing, as we're going to do with most of the things that we have. What I can currently say is we haven't contacted the seller as of yet to see how they're going to remedy this, whether it's just a refund or whatever. But this is the device itself. So we got it on the bench here. This is a nice little handy dandy USB tester. So it tests all different types of USB, USB-C, USB-B, micro, you know, so on and so forth. So it tells you, you know, how many ohms you're looking at on the cable, how many volts, how many amps you're drawing, you know, what type of current the device is using. So, you know, we can tell if it's getting the proper current, or if it's drawing excess current, or if it's, you know, actually charging or not, or, you know, so on and so forth, right? Let's go ahead and fire this bad girl up, because right now it is not connected to anything. I'm going to take this here. We're going to disconnect you from here first, actually. Go here, and we're going to plug you in here. Now I have the battery disconnected. Where's it down here? Give me a second. One finger. Bob's your auntie. Oh, come on. There we go. She's seated in there. These here are clipped to the positive 5 and ground that goes up the lead to the camera. Let's get some light on that thing. So here, now these have been moving around a bit here, but so you'll see right here we've got the ground up here. That's that black wire, and then we got that should be 5 volts. So we got 5 volts, 3.3 volts, data, and ground. So these are tied to the 5 volt rail, and that's going to be putting the 5 volts, you know, up here to the camera. And interestingly, when I plug this in here, I know I'm kind of all over the place. You'll see what I'm getting to in a second here. I'll plug you in. Okay. Okay, see, we've got nothing. No draw, because the battery's not hooked up. If I were to hook the battery up, we'd see like, you know, 0.2 amps or something like that. Now let's turn this bad mamma jamma on. Oh, see that flash? Oh, look at that. We're drawing 2.4 amps. We're drawing 8.8 watts through this thing, and you know where that's going? Because, you know, wattage has to be dissipated somewhere, right? Where's that going? I'll include some photos in here with the flare, but because I can't really get it on this camera, and for some reason the Flare 1 app doesn't allow me to video anymore, so, you know, there's that. So right, that diode is running at about 140 degrees C, dumping all of its current back to ground. And then we've got another TVS or avalanche style diode right here, and that's going across. Here is your there's your 5 volt pin on your USB connector. This is your ground pin on the USB connector. So this is coming to here, and anything, the way this works is if there's any voltage or transient voltage spikes that go above the breakdown voltage of this diode. I mean, typically it'll be around the 4.5, 5 volt range, because USB is 5 volts. So it'll dump that back in any excess current back to ground to basically to protect anything upstream from it. Same goes with the other side. So what we're seeing is this diode and the other diode are both running at like 140 degrees C. Why? Well, let's take this guy here. Here's my red lead going at that. You're going at my meter. We're just looking in, you know, tone it out mode. Do we have a shorty short here? Let's check here. Now, my black is just going to this one here in my meter lead. There you go. We got 1.3 ohms across the ground and the 5 volt rail here. So either this is shorted up the cable somewhere, or there's a short somewhere on the 5 volt circuit. Maybe in the 5 volt buck regulator, or I'm thinking there's it could just be a design flaw in the cable. Maybe there's something like it's getting bent or something, and it's like chewing the cables or something. I don't know, because it's just kind of weird to me that it works and then doesn't work. It's kind of intermittent, and now it's just like it's nothing. I mean, I suppose I can maybe what I'll do is I'll take the ground off of that, pull the ground and the positive off actually, and we'll tone them, we'll test them separately versus the board to see if there's a short to ground on the 5 volt circuit somewhere on the board, or if it's coming from the cable. Either way, my point being is this is not the, I'm not the first one to mention this, that the device turns on, barely charges, doesn't hold the charge, will shut off in like 4 minutes. The video I got was like chunky. You'll see it, I'll put it in here. Okay, so now that we got this hooked up this way, what we did is we took this off here, took the cable off, so we've got our connections here. Let's clean this up with my finger. Okay, there we go. We got our LED plus, our ground, data plus, data minus, 3.3 and 5. 3.3 is not actually used, so looks like we're using the 5 volt. D plus minus ground, and the LED was going to be the yellow one. So what we did is, here we go. I'm just trying to move these around here. So we can, there we go. So I got the meter hooked up to the scope directly. This guy here is hanging out down here. And there we go. There's the meter. Look what I found. Now keep in mind, this is only hooked up to the meter. This is the camera end. Oh, look at that. 357 ohms. Why do we have 300 ohms there? I wonder. Now that I've got a little bit of load on that, or a little bit of resistance on that, that's not a dead short, I wonder if it'll turn on. Well, first let's see if it'll turn on and not draw what it was drawing before. It's currently plugged in, and the meter's got, what are we looking at here? 5.1, and let's turn it on here. Oh, look. 0.17 amps, 0.18 amps. I wonder if we can connect to it. We'll connect to it, probably see no image. Does the AP show up? I wonder if we can do this with the phone running. And probably not. Don't have anything here to check it with on the Wi-Fi currently, but I can probably say that that's actually going the way it should be. Let's see if we got Brave. Woo! Because those, I burnt my finger on that one last time. Used the FLIR though afterwards, and we could see that it was okay. Let's plug the battery in. Las batería. So my vision is so bad. I really need a good microscope and stand, because this is, I mean, it works, but not the best. That's in focus, by the way. There we go, camera. Put you here. And let's see what our current goes to once we plug that battery in. Point 0.31. We're at like 1.5 watts. What were we at? Like 8 watts before or some stupid thing? That was crazy. Let's turn it off. There we go. There's our 0.12. We're charging. I'm gonna leave this charge for a while. We'll see what happens. Now that we got that 356 ohms, I know that we know that there's a short in the end here somewhere. AFL. Oh, the autofocus lock was on. That's why. So there is a short in here somewhere. This tip comes off. There is a thread here. Maybe we can fix this. What do you think? I mean, I'm going to contact them and let them know that there's a problem with it. It's got a dead short on the 5-volt output. The unit's fine, the camera's not. I mean, typically you're not going to see this type of thing on an Amazon review or that type of thing, but I mean, we'll see if they give me my money back for it anyway. If they give me back my money for it, it'd be nice if, because it's a non-working unit, they can, refund me for it without me sending it back, and I'll just fix it, because it's just going to go in the shuck it bucket anyway. We'll see what I do.